want to make sure that everybody understands Monday morning around the world. I want you to drive 40 miles an hour on whatever highway you are. We're asking for 5,000 cars to be on this highway. If we can't work, can't nobody work. That's right. We want to close it down. Then they'll sit and talk to us, and we can talk some economics. But anybody who have problems here, that's why we got the chairman, who I'm going to bring on, the Black Panther Party. They got attorneys here so we can deal with this stuff legally. I'm dealing with the streets. You send all the young brothers to Brother Shaheed. All the young brothers in the street, y'all come to talk to Brother Shaheed. Wait, Brother Chairman, give the chairman. Brother Chairman, I want to introduce the chairman of the new Black Panther Party, Minister Hashim. Assalamu alaikum. Look at my salam.
Black Power. First thing, we've been getting pushed. We've been told to go home when we was already at home. We've been rushing. We've been breathing gas. I think we've seen some dogs.
Yes.
So we ain't rushing right now. So relax. And don't ever talk about a sniper on the roof. The sniper's been on black people since we got here. Nothing new. Now we can talk about some Huey Newton, or some Bobby Seale, or some Fred Hampton, because I'm a Black Panther. We can talk about some Dr. Khalid Muhammad,
Yes, sir.
or some Minister Farrakhan, or some Nat Turner, because I'm a revolutionary. But we want to talk about a revolutionary that we all can understand. This brother just said something so important, but you listen close. The revolutionary Dr. Martin Luther King, in his last speech, April 3rd, before they blew his head off, with a sniper, said to you and to them, we spent $30 billion in America.
That's right.
We would be the 5th richest nation in the world when we come together with our money.
Okay.
Now we spending $1 trillion for the police department to buy more military equipment. So you don't sit here after all of this and don't show up at your city council meetings.
All right.
You don't sit here and let them get bigger budgets for the police department and not the YMCA.
All right. Okay.
Not the parks.
Right.
You hear me? Not the boys club.
Right.
Not the schools and the tutors for our people.
Yes.
That's your fault, not theirs. You the one paying for it. You don't pay for your own destruction.
Okay.
So what did Dr. King say? He say stop buying Wonder Bread.
Okay.
Listen to his last speech. Stop buying Coke. Stop putting money in white banks. Put your money in black banks. Stop using white insurance companies. Use black insurance companies. Why are you? Jews don't get their money to you. They got good sense. Italians don't get their money to you. They got good sense. White people don't get their money to you. They got good sense. The question today is, what is your sense? Who do you give your $1 trillion to? Be oppressed.
All right. Okay. All right.
But you know what else Dr. King said? April 3rd, 1968? He said when the slaves start coming together, the Pharaoh gets scared because he know they finna get free. So now I want to tell you that the man standing before you, we took him off the law pulpit for a little while because he was the chairman of the Black Panther Party for 12 years. He was Dr. Khalid Muhammad's right-hand man for 7 years. But when he was at Howard University, he graduated and he passed the law degree on the first time.
Okay.
His first year of law, they gave him a medal, the Black Lawyer Association Lawyer of the Year.
Okay.
And then we stole him from law and we took him to the streets for 20 years. Well, he's back.
All right.
He passed the law degree in Florida. He passed the law degree in Georgia. He passed the law degree in New York, and he's going to pass it in Missouri. That's right. Let me bring you your big brother that you might not know, but you need to get familiar with. The attorney Malik Zulu-Shabazz, the attorney Malik Zulu-Shabazz, the leader of the Black Lawyers for Justice, and he's getting black lawyers from all over the world. This is a new day. Can I hear you say new day? New day! Can I hear you say new day? New day! And when they say we violent, you tell them stop being violent, and it would be no violence. Because we came on slave ships and chains. They came on the Mayflower. Black power, turn Malik Zulu-Shabazz.
If we can't have some,
Shut it down.
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 if we can't have some,
Shut it down. can't have something, shut it down.
All right, let's give everybody a strong hand. Give it to them, a strong hand. Strong hand. We want justice. What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
And how do we want it? How do we want it? I'll let you think about it. What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
And when do we want it?
Now.
And how do we want it?
Necessary.
How do we want it?
Necessary.
Give yourself a strong hand, a strong hand, a strong black hand out here. Then let's give the Nation of Islam representative for Minister Louis Farrakhan, Minister Akbar Muhammad, our elder. Let's give him a strong hand. Let us give the strongest, hard-driving, radical activist here in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm talking about Brother Shaheed. Give it to him. Give it to brother. Give it to him again. The spirit of the struggle. And let's give the national chairman of the new Black Panther Party. His name is Minister Hashim Nzinga. Let's give him and the new Black Panther Party a strong hand. I'm here to take care of some business. And I've witnessed some terrible things. And I'm here to not just make a statement, I'm here to serve a cease and desist notice on the chief of police. I said cease and desist.
Yeah.
Can you say cease?
Cease.
And desist.
And desist.
Cease.
Cease.
And desist.
And desist.
My name is Malik Shabazz. For the press, it's spelled M-A-L-I-K-S-H-A-B-A-Z-Z, just like Malcolm.
That's right. Just like now. That's right.
That's what's up. That's what's
I'm the
up.
national president of Black Lawyers for Justice. I have been an attorney and a freedom fighter on the front lines for our people for over 24 years, since I was a young college student.
Woo.
I have come here, first of all, before we get started, let us have a sincere moment of silence and a moment of meditation for the man who we are here, who have brought us here and who have given his blood. A moment of silence for Michael Brown and his mother and family. What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it?
Now.
If it were not for Michael Brown,
Amen.
we would not be here today.
Yay. Right, baby.
Now, I'm going to read to you the letter that I'm going to serve on the chief of police, and I'm going to serve on the mayor of this town when we leave here.
Talk to him.
I have witnessed some terrible actions on behalf of the police department and all of the police departments who have come to handle these demonstrations.
Right behind you.
And I'm sad to tell you that nothing has changed since Michael Brown was gunned down. Nothing has changed.
That's right.
And so let me read this to you, and then I have witnesses that I'm going to bring to the witness stand who will tell you about what I am going to read to you. They will bear witness to the charges that we are levying against this police department and all the police departments that have combined with this police department.
That's right. That's right.
Now, I want to be clear here, and I'm only being clear here because they have surrounded us. And because they have men on the roof. He may be ducking down, but we see him up there.
There we go.
And so I want everybody here to follow our chain of command. I want everybody here to remain disciplined. I want everybody here to have your cell phone cameras out, your iPhone cameras out, and get them out and keep them out, because I'm going to give you a certain degree of legal training, because we are at war. We are at what? War! Now, this is a demand letter to cease and desist violations of the constitutional rights and to release the name of the killer of Michael Brown. That is my purpose here today. And let me say this, as I honor Michael Brown, and as we honor Mr. Brown and his family, I'm going to honor every demonstrator, every protester, and I say every single one of them. If it wasn't for the demonstrators, if it wasn't for the protesters, if it wasn't for black youth that are out in these streets that have decided to stand up, the world's eyes would not be right here on Ferguson, Missouri.
That's right.
You can condemn them if you want to, but they are the spark and the fire that got us here.
That's right.
If them sparks from that fire had not been set, we would not be here.
That's right.
And so for every demonstrator, every protester, for all of you who have manned the line, manned the streets, and who have stood up and risked your life out on those streets, let's give all the demonstrators, every one of them, including the ones in jail.
That's right.
Including every one of them in jail, and we gonna get them out of jail. Black Lawyers for Justice is here to help you. And so let me read this cease and desist notice. It says cease. I gotta say it strong. Cease and desist. Dear Mayor Knowles and Police Chief Thomas Jackson, on behalf of Black Lawyers for Justice, who has representatives in the state of Missouri and in 30 states throughout the nation, we have become aware of troubling facts within your realm of direct supervision and your direct control.
That's right.
Our representatives have directly witnessed and have received credible witness and victim accounts and video recordings of serious human rights violations and serious constitutional rights violations of the demonstrators and the protesters involved in the Michael Brown case.
That's right.
Ferguson police officers, supplemental police forces, SWAT teams, and other paramilitary police forces under your direct supervisory control and command have blatantly violated the Fourth Amendment rights, usurped the rights of the demonstrators, and have used illegal and unlawful force against citizens exercising their First Amendment rights. How many bear witness that they have had their rights violated while demonstrating? Multiple random, unjustified false arrests have been made. Police officers, listen carefully because I'm going to serve this notice. Police officers under your command and control have without cause, without warning of any orders to disperse, have wrongfully attacked, forcibly dispersed peaceful and lawful demonstrators. These officers have shot tear gas, physically assaulted and shot rubber bullets against law-abiding protesters without just cause. I'm not talking about Gaza and Israel. I'm talking about Ferguson, Missouri. Obviously, the police have not been trained on how to deal with demonstrators, and they have not been supervised properly. They have made serious errors, and they're gonna pay for those errors. Oh yeah, they're gonna pay for it. Listen carefully here, because I need y'all help now. We have to intensify this struggle.
Yes, we do. We got you, brother.
Therefore, on their behalf, myself, Attorney Malik Shabazz, and Black Lawyers for Justice will be filing by the time of Michael Brown's funeral a notice of claim against the mayor, the city of Ferguson, and the Ferguson Police Department. And that will be the first step of a major constitutional right lawsuit to remedy the violations that have already taken place and to compensate the victims.
Yes.
Oh yeah, a major lawsuit is coming.
Yes, sir.
But more than that, because his funeral is coming. And these demonstrations will continue.
Yes.
And they are going to continue through the funeral, and they will likely intensify. Let me break from the script and say, keep up the demonstrations. Keep up the struggle. Stay in the streets. Dr. King and Rosa Parks, they stayed on them lines days and days and nights, and Harry Newton and them stayed on the streets days and nights, and we have to be long-suffering. We can't be short-distance runners. They want us to be emotional. They want us to just get excited for a minute. If you're mad, stay mad. And stay mad. Now, let me get back to the letter. I had to break from the script for a moment. And I say, in addition, on behalf of the protesters, we will soon file, before this funeral, we will file a motion in federal court for injunctive relief in order to forbid and legally bar by court order the police from taking any more illegal and unconstitutional actions against the demonstrators. We are headed to federal court on your behalf before the funeral to get the tactics that they're using declared barred, that the bullets will stop, the tear gas will stop. They don't know what they're doing. If you're on the sidewalk demonstrating, you have a legal right to do so. I don't care if it's midnight. There is no curfew in this town. And therefore you have a legal right to be there. Now, on the first night that I was here and I did legal observation myself, I witnessed peaceful demonstrators. And these demonstrators were organized partially by the new Black Panther Party.
All right, now.
I don't care what rumors are spreading about the new Black Panther Party. They are part of the heart of the streets of what has been going on out here. And I say, give it up a strong black hand. Now, let me say this. If you're on the sidewalk, you have a right to be there. If you want to demonstrate and express your First Amendment rights, your rights to free speech, I don't care if it's 4 o'clock in the morning, you have a right to do so. You have a constitutional right to do so. And if they violate your rights, somebody's going to pay for it.
Yes, sir.
And somebody's going to stand up for you to stop it. And so if the Constitution is worth the paper that it's written on, then Black Lawyers for Justice is going to make it worth the paper that it's written on. Cease and desist. I'm telling the police chief here, I demand you, and I'm warning you, and I'm warning all of you officers.
Yes, sir.
Cease and we are demanding that you cease and desist.
Cease and desist.
All tactics, all orders, all policies, and procedures that are currently violating the human rights and the constitutional rights of the demonstrators in the Michael Brown demonstrations. You must cease and desist from using unlawful force against lawful demonstrators. You must cease and desist using unlawful force against lawful demonstrators. They have every right to demonstrate. There is no curfew, and you cannot attack people for simply gathering. You are causing irreparable harm to their rights. Lastly, come on over here, Minister Sean. Lastly, we demand you at once release the name and the identity of the officer who gunned down Michael Brown. We want his name. We want his identity.
That's right.
What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it? Now. Raise your hand if you want his name. Raise your hand if you want his identity.
Release that name. Show his face.
We want his history.
I want to see his face. Show his face.
Toxicology report.
Listen carefully. We are at a critical and strategic moment right now. Listen carefully. Save your energy. You got all night to rock, and you got to rock for several weeks. I say here, lastly, we demand you at once release the name